I want to talk about that. So, oh yeah, start. I always forget the recording here. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Joe, for hitting record. I know everyone who watches this later will appreciate that. It's a pleasure to be with you. Welcome to Coaching, everyone. We're going to talk about abilities today. So, directly tied to our income. If anyone's paying any attention to my emails whatsoever, sometimes like Courtney says, no one reads her emails, so we had to put money in her emails. I think I may start doing that. But in a way, there is money in my emails because if we do these things, we probably are going to do well. How many of you are football fans? You're following football at all? Leah? Yeah? Aubrey? John? So, duh. Leslie's like, of course. All right, you football fans, put in the chat the 3 phases of football. What are the 3 phases of football? In football, there are 3 phases. What are there? There's 3 phases to the game. Yep, John leads out. That's right. Offense, defense, and special teams. So offense, of course, is the ability to score. Defense is the ability to stop the other team from scoring. And special teams usually is about field position. So let's look at it like this then. There are 4 phases to real estate. There are 3 to football. What are the 4 phases? And these are also abilities. So our ability to, let's see if we can come up with 4 abilities. This is not in the coaching manual. This is new material. So let's see if we can, and I've kind of got it laid out here. I'll send it to you guys, or we can put it here. I actually can show it if we want to. Yeah, I'll show it after we go through this little exercise. So what do you think the 4 phases of real estate are? And so as you in Park City yesterday, I did mention these. So you probably have a little bit of a heads up. They're like, oh man, wish I had wrote, I wasn't paying attention. 4 abilities. What are they? Okay. Leslie says ability to list. Wow. Rachel. So good. Leslie. So good. So look how comments are. Are we missing any? Keep them coming. You believe that? Look what Rachel and Leslie said. Is that it? Is there more? Other ways to say it? What do you think? Communication, negotiation, listening, marketing. Get your brain going this morning. You're like, Will, I just wanted to listen. Didn't want to participate. Keep them coming. Law study. Ooh, yeah. Way to go, Chris. Know the RevC. Okay. Like that one too, Leslie. Wendy says value. So value is a phase. Okay. All right. Let's see. Write these down. And a lot of you got a lot of this. So number 1, the ability to find and connect and stay connected with buyers and sellers. That's the first ability. The ability to find, connect, and stay connected with buyers and sellers. Number 2, your ability to effectively communicate value. Your ability to effectively communicate value. 3, the ability to effectively promote and market listings that generates an acceptable offer. So clearly that's on the seller side. Number 4, the ability to navigate and remove transaction obstacles. Yeah, Steve says, be the hero. Good heroes know how to do this. So your ability to navigate and remove transaction obstacles, ultimately ending up in a closing, right? So we think about these, I'll read them all again. Number one, ability to find and connect and stay connected to buyers and sellers. That's prospecting, right? That's lead generation. Number two, the ability to effectively communicate value. This is our presentation skills, the ability to listen, to show data, to show visuals, to effectively communicate value, to solve problem. This is where hero and villain come in. This is where we present complexity. We present the villain so we understand the magnitude of the problem, so that there is a need for the hero. Number three, the ability to effectively promote and market listings that generate an acceptable offer. Number four, your ability to navigate or remove transaction obstacles, obstacles. So when I look back on this, look what Leslie said, attract buyers. Yeah, attract buyers and sellers. We can't list unless we communicate value. And Rachel, you had marketing in there, very good. And negotiation, I think that's also kind of what I'm saying about removing transaction obstacles as we are under contract. And communication, John, I put that in the communicate value, number 2. And negotiation, I put that at number 4. And listening is all part of our presentation, so that's number 2. So a lot of you had a lot of this. First of all, what do you agree with the 4 abilities? And are we missing anything? Yeah, number 3, promote and market listings that generate an offer. So an ability to promote and market listings that generates an acceptable offer. So this becomes really what we're asked to do every day, right? So here, I'm going to share screen and show you some of my notes on this, give you a little bit more to think about. And then we can get into what do I do with this information, Will? All right, so there we go. 3 phases of a football game, 4 phases of real estate, 4 abilities. Everyone see that okay? Leah, you see it okay? You got it? Okay, good. All right, so number 1 really is about our daily disciplines and the process of finding. So if there's an adjustment there, I guess what I'm asking here is, what can I do today to improve, these 4 phases today? So when you're looking at how you go about your process of finding people, how are you doing that? How consistent are you? So think about that process. Number 2 is, how good are you at communicating value? There's a lot that I could have put in here, but this is our communication skills. This is hero and villain. Number 3 is, I like this, proper positive promotion. Wow, 3 P's there. Proper positive promotion. So we're emphasizing the positive features and amenities and the overall value and location of the property. That's marketing. That's our job, to bring to light the positive features. We certainly deal with the negative ones. We adjust price for that. We sometimes need, pre-motion. Like that, John. Number 4 is mastering the craft of contracting and closing. So it's not only writing a good offer in the beginning, but getting through all the obstacles that can come up, as we go through, the process to close. It's getting harder. Look, it's been harder now than it has been, obviously, since 2000. Well, God, I don't know. I think it's probably our economic conditions are harder today than they were since 2013 or even 2012, when the recession started to come out and reverse course. But I wanted to ask you guys, it's just been on my mind lately. I suppose it's the season of life, or, season of the year. But how many of you have kids today, or had kids, or have grandkids today that play a team sport? So how many are involved in team sports on some level? Grandkids, kids, or had kids. So team sport. Yeah, if you count theater. Okay. Nice. Well, I raised 4 daughters. No sons, so I had no football games to go to. One daughter did soccer. They all danced. So yep, you definitely can count dance because it's working together, right? Yes, yes, yes. Wendy, yes. Trisha, yes. Okay. Now, as you're thinking about that, I'd like you to tell me what you hope that your kids or grandkids are learning from that. What do you hope they learn from team sports? Let's make a list here. Okay, working with others, perseverance, teamwork, skills, how to work as a team. Excellent. Accountability, drive, social skills even. Right, very good, Leah. Yeah, discipline. I'm going to have to give some things up. Yeah, there's teamwork again. Excellent. Steve, Natalie, excellent. Yeah, there can be some really good social interactions there. I love that, John, how to win gracefully. Teach our kids how to win, also how to lose, but how to win. And how about sportsmanship? Yeah, I love that. Show up no matter what your role is. So really good. Know your role on the team. Yeah, taking correction from a coach happens, right? They come home, they might complain. Little parental guidance here. Listen to your coach. Pushing through hard things. Great. Love that, Leslie. So all of these things we hope to learn. I've said before that the reason I love sports is because it's business on display. Make no mistake about it. Sports is a business. What you see on TV is a business. That may not be a business at Little League. Maybe there's a little business going on in there. I'm sure we could probably find something on the high school level that there's a business connected or a few business connected to that. But yeah, there's well, wait a minute. I'm just thinking about what I paid to have my 4 daughters dance. That was a business. I was funding a business. It was more expensive than sending them to college. So, but it's business on display, right? So you get a look at ownership's decision, management's decision, the strategies in which they employ to try to win, and you get to see how it works out. That's kind of what makes sports entertaining to me, is because I try to be a student of life and business. And if I'm paying attention, I can learn the patterns here. Well, we just said all the things that we want to learn, we want our kids to learn. What if I turned this around and said, did you learn those things? And are you showing and illustrating those skill sets and abilities today? So how disciplined are we today? Like Wendy says, discipline. Okay. So Wendy, are we disciplined today? If we played team sports, did we learn that? And are we learning it now? How about teamwork? Are we good teammates? How about when the going gets really tough, like interest rates and sellers that are frustrated and upset? Adversity. We're not selling as fast as we used to. So how are we doing there? Paige, you said commitment. So are we committed to our purpose? Do we take corrections from the coach, Nisha? And even if you try your best, Joe, to your point, are we celebrating the fact that I did my best? Even though we didn't have the outcome we wanted, but can I celebrate the fact that I did my best? So I'm just thinking about all of that. And I think if we reversed it, something might come to your mind.
That never happens in real estate, right, Will? You never do the absolute best and the deal doesn't go through for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, never happens. Sarcasm. Yeah, it never happens where we do our best. I've said many times, I think to this group, I think I can control improving a relationship. I don't know if I have much control past that. I mean, I can play my role, but like I had a conversation with someone this morning who's frustrated that their house is not selling or their property's not selling. And I can be empathetic. But I don't control the sales price ultimately. I can give an opinion, and I did, and it's tough news to hear, you know? So, and they say, well, you know, I would be losing X amount of dollars. Like, well, how do you lose something you never had? You know? So there's a little bit of managing expectation, but I can improve the relationship even when it's tough. So, I just think we should look at some of the things we want our kids to learn, and then ask ourselves, are we showing them that we've learned those things? So back to the abilities, I've got to be disciplined in my ability to find, connect, stay connected to buyers and sellers. I've got to be disciplined in that. And the number one way I can tell you right now to do that, we have a lot of listings that can be held open every single weekend. And to Chris's point, yeah, we schedule it. We time block this. We make an appointment every day. This is what we do. Very similar to, I need to stay healthy, so I exercise. All right, I schedule it. And we've got listings that need to be held open. If you need business, even if you don't need business, you want to stay consistent, hold houses open. We got plenty. By the way, I've got one right now that can be held open this weekend. That's 1.6 million. It's like 7,200 square feet. It's a fantastic property. It's up in Steeplechase and Draper. It's been on the market, I think 3 weeks now. Still pretty fresh. There's a number of people that are interested in it, but we do not have an offer. This is my wife's brother. So that one needs to be held open. If any of you are interested, let me know. I would hold something open every single weekend. That's how you find and connect with people. It's the best. It might be old school. Well, it is old school, but it's still the best way. There's no technology we can employ that would be better than you meeting people at a house. I just, nothing comes close. So, that's what I would be doing. I think it's interesting about my notes here. I've been pretty intrigued. I played this in the Old Mill sales meeting, but I've been pretty intrigued with the story of Colorado football. Anyone following this story? I mean, if you're a football fan, you're following it. But if you're not a football fan, you probably have no idea what's going on here. But let me set the stage. Yeah, sorry, Leslie. Ugh, I know. Leslie's team took it on the chin. She's a huge TCU fan. But here's the story. Colorado football won one game last year, and they won that one game in an overtime win. And it was wow. They were horrible. So the powers that be, so ownership, makes a business decision to try to make a really bold move and hire Deion Sanders. And if any of you paid attention to football in the 80s and 90s, Deion Sanders was a fantastic receiver and safety and punt returner. He was very flashy, extremely arrogant, very cocky, probably the definition of cocky, and showtime. And he would showboat and he would grandstand. And to some people, it's a huge, massive turnoff. He also won at baseball. And I think he's the only player to win a Super Bowl and a world championship. Anyone want to fact check me on that one? Am I correct on that? The only person to win a Super Bowl and a world championship in baseball. I think that's true. Yes, I think you're right. Okay, so Colorado owners make a decision to hire Deion Sanders as coach. He also actually comes with something. He comes with two players, or his kids, and they're good. But of course, it's the coach's son. And so he gets ridiculed for this. All like, how's this going to work? The players that were at CU, like 60 of them left, and he wanted them to leave. And he hires, ESPN wants to do the story. So they follow the coach going into day one, having a meeting with all the kids. They're all in an auditorium. And he basically says, you guys all got to go. My job is to get you out of here. So leave, get on the transfer portal and get out of Colorado football. Basically, I'm paraphrasing. And it's like, wow, you're really going to tell this to your team? Most coaches would show up and say, we have a new vision. We have this. Join me. Stay here. Let's do this. Come help, come win with me. He did not do that. He got rid of them. And then he brought in somewhere, I've heard different numbers, but between 60 and 80 different athletes come in brand new into Colorado. And all the predictions are this guy's not going to win. How do you bring a team together like that? There's no returning starters at all. They're going to be the worst team ever. And they go into TCU. Sorry, Leslie. Sorry. This is hard for her to hear. But they go into TCU on the road and they beat a ranked team on the road that competed in the championship game the previous year. No one expected that. They were 3 touchdown underdogs. Unbelievable. Wow. What a game. Well, could they do it again? So they host Nebraska. Beat them. Not favored. Then they host their rival, Colorado State. Colorado State's coach goes on and starts talking trash. Says things like, my mom taught me if I'm going to talk to someone, I take my glasses and my hat off. Completely giving Colorado a lot of ammunition. Well, they just about beat them. It goes into overtime. It was a late game. I did not watch it live. I recorded it, and then my recording cut off right as they were going down. It was double overtime, and no way Colorado wins. They're 3-0. They're 3-0. Okay. So I played this in Old Mill, the video of him talking about the power of belief and how the kids came up after the TCU game and said, Coach, we believe. He said they didn't all believe. Hey, Joe, do you think it's possible to play that clip again? I'll give you time to find it. And Joe,
let me find it.
Okay, awesome. So he's the only athlete to play in both a World Series and a Super Bowl in the same year, but he did not win the World Series. Got it. Okay. Well, he's really, really, and now they're 3 touchdown underdogs against Oregon. Is that this week? John, is that right? Do they play Oregon this week? They do? Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, that's a good team. Everyone understands Oregon's a good team. And I mean, in college football, you can't expect teams to go undefeated very often. I mean, that just doesn't, there's only going to be 2 to 3 teams a year to go undefeated. And no one's expecting Colorado to win every game, but they've already won, right? Because everyone thought that they would be horrible. So we found this clip and we played it in Old Mill, and it was the video of him at the press conference right after they beat TCU. And he's making this point about how not everybody believes, but belief is a big deal. And even the reporter who was sitting kitty corner to him, who wrote this article about how are you going to do this? And you're turning over the program to Shadur Sanders, who played at a D2 school. You're going to turn the whole program over to him, right? And now the kid looks like a Heisman Trophy candidate. But, belief is a big deal. Yeah, he had a great interview at 60. I'm going to go watch that, John. I'd heard about that, actually. I'd heard about that. I got to watch. I just think it's intriguing. Again, sports is business on display. So what are the principles here? And in this video clip, one of the principles of business is to believe in what you do. Believe in your team, believe in your resources, believe in the plays that are run, right? So believe in your coach, all of that. Do you have it, Joe? You got it? Okay. Let's go ahead and let's play this for a minute, and then we can talk about it after. We need volume, Joe. No volume yet, Joe.
All right, let's try. Here's one last time with some sound, hopefully.
Okay, great.
Of
I'm
all,
gonna get.
What's up, boss? You believe that?
of all the
Hold on. Oh no. Do you believe that? Huh?
who said I didn't believe
Oh,
before?
no. I ran through that bull junk you wrote down. I ran through that. I sifted through
What
all
did I
that.
write?
Oh,
What did I write?
oh no.
Can I ask my question?
Do you believe?
In what?
You don't believe.
I believe.
You just answered it. You don't believe. Next question. What's up, boss?
He said that the kids came up one by one, two by two, and said, Coach, we believe, we believe, we believe. Well, you don't think that belief was on display when they got pushed to double overtime against CU or Colorado State? That was, it doesn't matter, right? Like what the obstacles are. Do we believe in our team, our resources, our strategies? Do we believe in ourselves? Belief is a big deal because it usually drives what we do and how we do it. When I was making all the tour this summer to the offices, I had everyone contemplate 4 things. What's more important? Idea, belief, action, or results? And we have a great discussion about that. And in this particular principle, belief was a big deal. And I think, wow, I kind of go, wow, that's amazing to watch. And I've never even thought about Colorado football at all. I'm hearing that they're now the highest ticket price on the secondary market in any college football game. There's value. It's crazy. It's crazy. And Utah will host Colorado in the last game of the year. And I've asked all my friends, matter of fact, you want to have a little fun? Let's have a little fun. College football fans, go in the chat and tell me what you think Colorado will be ranked when they play Utah on the last game. And I'm going to write it down. I'll tell you what, and the closest will win. I'll take you to lunch. Lunch on me. Even if I have to go to Moab, I'll drive there. I'll take you to lunch. Whoever is the closest, tell me what Colorado will be ranked when they play Utah on the last game of the year. It could be nothing. Wow, you think they'll be ranked number 2, Rach? Holy cow. They'd be undefeated. 8-6. Hey, I want to know what Leslie thinks. Come on, Leslie. TCU fan, big college football fan. Tell me what you think they'll be ranked. Kevin Larson, are you following this story with KU at all? Do you have an idea on what you think they would be ranked? Cora's going with 11.
I put in 15 because I think they're going to stumble. Right now, I think they're riding on a high, but I'm not sure they can sustain it.
I kind of agree with that. I think they're going to take it on the chin with Oregon. Guys, if they beat Oregon, then Rachel's right. Okay.
Yeah.
If they beat Oregon, then we've got a team that's way better than anyone gave them credit for. But they're not going to beat Oregon. I would not put my money on that. And you agree with Kevin. Leslie, you think about a 15. All right. Hey, Joe, is there a way, if you guys want to play this game and I can buy you lunch, I'd like to buy you lunch anyway. This is just a good excuse to do it. Can you copy all those so that we can have a list? So get your guesses in there, guys. This will be kind of fun to see.
We'll have a copy of the chat.
Yeah, and then put it in the chat, and then God, what do I think they're gonna be? I think they're gonna have 4 losses. I'm gonna put my guess in here. Let's see. If they have 4 losses, they still could be ranked. Okay, rank. I'm gonna put 22. All right, there's my guess. Wow. It would be amazing to see, Steve, if they beat Oregon, that they'll go up. They'll be in the top 8 in the country if they beat Oregon. So, I mean, where's Oregon ranked right now?
Number 10.
Number 10. Yeah, that'd be one heck of a win. And
But
look,
they play USC next at number 5, so that'll be a tough thing as well.
Yeah, John, we're guessing the ranking on the last game of the year when they play Utah. When they come into Utah, what will they be ranked? I guess we should be clear. Is this going to be the AP poll or the coaches poll? Let's make sure it's the AP poll, okay? Yeah, Oregon jumped Utah. We've got season tickets to the Utes. They're playing UCLA. Hey, if you're not a college football fan and this is boring you to some degree, well, I would encourage you to get on the bandwagon. There's a lot of good stuff you can learn from football games. I'm telling you, it's business on display. You get to watch what everybody is up to. And every weekend we get to see, did the strategy work? You got coaches that are breaking up the game I think every team must have 2 to 3 dozen coaches that break it down, right? You got running back coach, offensive line, defensive line, linebackers, safeties, D-backs, quarterback coaches. You got probably 4 quarterback coaches. And they have to get their guys ready, and they've got plans and they got plays. They got an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and all of those people are hired ultimately by the head coach, and the head coach is hired by ownership right? Or it's the
university.
Director. Yeah, it's the university director of athletics, but think about it like the owner, right? And yeah, I'll be your strength coach. Yes. Yeah, let's get some workouts in. Let's do this. How many of you woke up this morning and exercised? Awesome. Chris, yes. Angie, yes. Okay, Angie, don't lie. Tell me how many push-ups you did this morning. Just this morning. Do not lie. Honesty, pure honesty. Just tell us all the truth. How many push-ups?
Always honest. 250. Every morning. 250.
250.
250.
Are you kidding me? What?
Whether I want to or not, I do it anyway. That's what sets my day.
I mean, did anyone on this call do 50?
No.
Right.
I'm going to be nicer to her on paperwork from now on.
I know. The girl's got some guns. I'm telling you. Be careful. Well, hey, there a couple of things have been on my mind. I love learning from sports. Clearly, this has been kind of fun to see what everybody will do. Joe, you're going to copy those chats so we can keep track of it, right? Do we lose Joe? Is he still there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll copy him. We record it. It's copied. So that'll be kind of fun. And we'll monitor that and kind of see how everyone's doing. What things can we learn? We want our kids to learn things like teamwork and persistence and focus and how to win and how to lose and trusting each other and, focus. My stepdad would say all the time, like I was a wrestler because I was so little. I wanted to play football so bad, but I just wasn't tall enough. My only thing I had was speed, and that got me on the B team. But I had huge motivation to stay away from people like Steve Jr. Can you imagine Steve Jr. tackling me? That would hurt. But I had to wrestle, and you kind of turn wrestling into a team sport. But he's like, everything is such mental focus. So what about us? Do we have a good attitude? Are we feeding our minds with good perspective and good materials? And are we consuming good content? And are we a calming influence when things get tough? Do we show persistence? Do we show focus? The things we want our kids to learn in team sports, are we doing that? And the 4 abilities that we talked about, think about how you can improve your 4 abilities. How can you be more disciplined in finding, connecting, and staying connected to buyers and sellers? And how are you doing at communicating the villain and becoming the hero? Do you promote your listings well? You know, are you really focused on what makes them special and unique? And are you magnifying that? Lastly, how are you at all the contract complexities and navigating transactions? Because what an amazing ability that is. In all four of those abilities, you have your overarching value to the clients that we serve. So, and I hope you feel fulfilled at that. Let's do some takeaways, and then we'll get everybody off on their day. I appreciate everyone joining me this morning for coaching. It's been really great to have in-person meetings, but I have to admit, I'm glad to see everyone on Zoom that we can't see in person. So what are the takeaways today? What do you think that you could do to improve today? Hit the chat and let's light that up for a minute. Do 250 push-ups. Okay, now Rach, if you can't go 0 to 250. I'm just telling you, you won't be able to eat. So you might want to work up to that. Watch more college football. Nice job, Audrey. Yeah. Believe in what you do, Leslie. You know what? Yep. Great. Love it. Be more consistent. Work on perfecting my presentation. Great. The better you do that, Leah, the more you want to have presentations. Bet money on college football. Come on, John. Believe. Good. Connect with people. Holly, belief and consistency. Great. Okay, I'm headed to my basement to get in a workout. All right, good, Leslie. That's great. All right, let's go. Let's go. I love it. Well, this week, I'm sure we'll have more things on display. There's been a little bit of, there's been an energy shift, you know, in college football. If you're following it, it's name, image, and likeness. These high school kids can come right in and make money and earn money, and that's certainly changed the game. And you know, I think it's knocked Alabama off their pedestal a little bit, you know, because they had a lot of kids leave for better opportunities. And now it's putting all the focus on the coaches to really be good at identifying talent. And you know, that again on display, right? So business on display. Well, does anyone have anything else they want to add before we adjourn? Oh, do you want to talk a little bit about that, Natalie? So, okay. You guys want to talk about the lawsuit? Okay. Well, let me give you first the legal perspective that I don't think, well, Mark is here, but I'll tell you what Mark said yesterday in Park City.
Well, maybe we stop recording this section.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep, that's great.